What's up guys? Today I will simplify you a Spanish comedy horror movie. Witching and Witching. At the beginning of the film, a modern-day witch named Eva is shown. She rides her bike to meet two witches, where they perform magic craft, and when one of the witch throws a card, she discovers that three men will appear in the future. A Christ, a yellow sponge, and a green soldier. They will be accompanied by a child. The witches will have good luck as a result of them. And the story then shifts to Spain. In a market, Christ, the yellow sponge, and the green soldier are depicted. It refers to the people mentioned by the witches. They are shown while wearing the costumes and were showing their performances in the market. The two workers of the gold shop go inside the shop. A kid was sitting in the gold shop already, his name was Sergio. He calls Jose, who was wearing Christ's costume, and asks him to come inside the shop. Jose goes inside the shop while pointing at his friends. They rob the gold of the shop at gunpoint. That's when Tony, who was wearing a green soldier's costume, he comes, and when he notices the small kid putting the gold into his bag, he asked Jose, why did he bring this kid here? Don't he know how dangerous is it? On it, Jose reply he is his son and he will be with him always, and says he don't need to worry about him. After it, they run after robbing the gold. Meanwhile, the police arrive and start firing at them continuously. In return, they also move forward while shooting at them. But when they move towards the car, the friend of the green soldier who was sitting in the car escapes from there. That's why they came to a halt in front of a passing car. They sit into the car while showing the gun to the passenger and the driver, then they drive away from there. The police were still chasing them. After a while they dodge the police and run away. But the police caught their remaining companions. The police inquire from them. They tell the police no one knows each other's real name. They all met at the gold shop and made the plan there to rob the gold shop. On another side, the people sitting in the car also start talking. It is discovered Jose was divorced from his wife. That's why Jose wants his son's custody. The green soldier was jobless, he has nothing to do, so he needs the money. The driver also tells about his family. Moreover, the passenger also tells about himself, that I was also going somewhere for a task. Now they plan to go to France to escape from the police. At the same time, Jose receives his wife Sylvia call. Jose gives the cell phone to his son to talk. Jose's son starts telling everything to his mother, that the police are chasing us and we have a lot of gold. But before Jose's son tells her something more, Jose cuts the call in anger. Suddenly, Jose's son remembers his bag is left in that gold shop. On another side, the police get the bag of Jose's son. The police check the books from the bag. Jose's son's name and his mother's phone number were written down. The police call his mother to the police station while calling her. Here, the police investigate about Jose from his wife. With it, they also ask for Jose's picture. Jose's face wasn't visible in any picture which Jose's wife showed them. The police tell Jose's wife that her husband has robbed the gold shop. He has escaped from the police, and he has his son with him. Jose's wife gets panicked hearing this. She runs from the police station and calls her son. This time, her son didn't receive her call. Jose's wife tracks his location through GPS. Now she also starts chasing Jose. The two police officers who were investigating Jose's wife, they also chase her. Later, Jose and the others are shown while talking into the car. The police were still chasing them. To escape from the police, they choose another route. They move forward through mountains, where ye leave the police behind. They continue through their journey. On the way, Jose's son notices a strange lady while laughing on the road. After a short time, they reach a town. There was a strange and old restaurant, and at the reception he sees an old lady, Mary, and the man coming. They were looking strange, because it was night time, so they decide to stop there. When the car driver goes to the washroom, he notices a weird eye staring at him. He gets scared after seeing it and returns. They were given soup in the restaurant. While having soup, they notice a girl in kitchen was pouring someone's foot in the soup. They get panicked and scared after seeing this. Jose's son sees many weird dolls when he was playing outside. There was a dummy of a giant old lady. Its mouth was opened and Jose's son goes inside its mouth, but when he was about to fall from its mouth, the old man at the reception saves him. After it, the old man takes Jose's son inside the restaurant. Meanwhile, the old lady was telling them the way to go to France. She was telling them, to go to France you have to cross a village Zugaramadi. The driver gets panicked after hearing the village name from the old lady, because it was a village of witches. And dangerous witches live there. The old lady makes them understand there is nothing like this, these are fake stories, there are no witches in the village, normal humans live there. After some time, they sit in their car. They continue their journey. Before entering the village, the driver stops the car. He refuses to go forward. Because still, he was feeling this is the witches' village. He also makes them understand we shouldn't go there. Here the witches live in reality. Black magic was performed in this village for the first time in the world. Jose doesn't agree and asks him to drive the car. The driver drives the car despite his fear. Because he was scared, so he hits an old lady from his car. When they arrive to check on the old lady getting out of the car, who came in front of their car, they discover she was none other than the restaurant's owner, the old lady. The driver gets panicked here and says, "This old lady was in the restaurant, how did she come here?" "Before us, because the restaurant is at a great distance from here. She doesn't even have a car." But here again Jose doesn't believe him. Josh starts opening a small bag that was in the old lady's neck. The driver and the green soldier forbid him from doing this. Meanwhile, the bag opens and something resembling ashes adheres to their faces. When they clear their faces from ash, they didn't find the old lady's dead body. They discover after this, there is something dangerous or fishy. That's why they sit in the car immediately and move from there. Now it was impossible for them to return. They move straight, that's why. After some time, they enter the village. A lady stops their car on the way. Her name was Graciana, and asks them if they have seen a lady. She was her mother and she was ill. Actually, the lady was talking about the old lady, the restaurant's owner. She was her daughter, now because they hit her from their car. That's why Jose says that they haven't seen any lady. The lady requests them to give her a lift to her house. At first, they refuse, but they give her a lift. When they go to the lady's house, they meet her daughter Eva. Eva was the same modern era's witch which is shown at the start of the movie. Jose wants to move from there immediately. Josh notices that he doesn't see his son anywhere. To search for Jose's son, they move inside their house. They go to a room while searching for Jose's son. One noticed the old lady, the restaurant's owner. She was putting Sergio into a huge pot. Jose immediately takes his son out of the pot, and they run from there. Jose has left the bag full of gold at their house in his haste to flee. Sitting in the car, they think about the bag. To take the bag, they return to the house again. As they enter the house, the old lady and her daughter hold Jose and his son. She also catches the car driver and locks them. But Jose's son escapes from there. On another side, Jose's wife is shown. She has reached the restaurant and the old lady is shown at the reception. Here, Jose's wife asks the old lady about Jose. The old lady tells a lie that I haven't seen him. Later, Jose's wife also notices an eye when she goes to the washroom. She immediately comes out from there. When Jose's wife was returning from there, she hears her son's voice. Jose's son was there in reality. He calls his mother, but she couldn't hear him. Selvi doesn't see him and move forward from there. After it, Jose's son stops another car. There was that old couple in the car and they hold Jose's son. Jose's wife also reaches the village. Here she notices the same car, the police told her about it. She reaches the house while chasing the car, and the police officers also reach there while following Jose's wife. Reaching the house's door, they see the door is closed. They go inside the house through the window and reach a roof while searching for Jose's son. They see a dinner party was going on there. All of the witches and their companions were about to devour Jose and his companions. Meanwhile, they fall on the dining table from the roof. The witches attack them when they fall. There was commotion, and people ran here and there to save their lives. The witches hold Jose's wife and the police officers. Here, they also make Jose's wife a witch through magic. When Jose was escaping from there, Eva tells him the exit way. Here it is discovered actually, Eva starts liking Jose. But when Jose asks her to save others, she becomes enraged at him and starts attacking Jose. Jose somehow escapes from there. Later, it is shown the witches have caught the green soldier and the driver. While looking for a way out, Jose notices a basement. He meets Eva's brother in the basement. Eva's brother also helps Jose and tells him the exit way. He also tells him all the witches will do a ritual with his son. They will put him into a mouth of a giant lady. If your son will remain alive, he will be the god of these all witches. Jose gets scared after hearing it. They hear someone's voice when they were leaving. This voice was coming from a box dug in the ground. They open the box and there was none other than Eva in it. Eva tells them that, when she tells her mother that she likes Jose, her mother locked her in this box. While searching for Jose's son, when they come onto a huge ground, they see the green soldier, driver and an officer were tied there. Then a giant lady puts Jose's son into her mouth. Jose's son emerges from her mouth safely after some time. All the witches become happy after seeing him. During this, Jose's son notices his father Jose, who was hidden. He calls for his father. All the witches see Jose and the giant lady start attacking Jose. Jose runs from there. Eva arrives. Because Eva was a witch, they successfully end the giant lady with her help. As a result of it, Jose and his companions were saved. They escape while attacking the witches. and eventually flee from there as they flee the witch's village. Then a scene after 1 month is shown. Jose and the others are shown in a show. Jose's son was performing some magic. Jose also receives custody of his son, which made everyone happy. Then the old lady, her daughter, and Jose's wife are shown, where Graciana says she will not let them stay happy. The movie ends here. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.